So you've done the hard bit. Jarvis synced your tours sea to sky. Now it's time for a bit of fun.
Alright, Graham. A bit shallower than you thought, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's nice and warm though, isn't it?
It's actually lovely.
So the second part of this technique, we've come up onto the top. Now we've got to get back down. So the first part was to turn around, quite difficult. Big drop to the right there. So a lot of shuffling around. I just took my time, rolling backwards and forwards, get back a bit off the edge, get the back wheel good, and then doing the bounce into the technique. We've done that basic one on the flat. We should be confident here. Bit of a gap, you've got to lift it across onto there. Just nice and steady, take your time. It's easy to get hooked up with your tyres trying to turn. Again, lots of grip coming down. Leaning right back, just slow, slow, slow. Coming down's actually the easy bit, you just need a bit of confidence. The turn's the tricky bit, because it's so grippy, it can just tip you off, so just got to make sure you turn into it first. When I did the hop around, just made sure I got a good compression, and nice and positive, and always leaning that way a little bit, just to be safe if you have a dab. Probably could have carried the front wheel right across there, but I played safe a little bit, dropped it in, front wheel, compress again, little lift onto it, hold it, little blip of the throttle, lots of grip, lots of grip. You can trickle it through, always pressure in the back, just lean back on it, low revs. As soon as you too many revs and clutch out, it's like when it's slippery you spin up, but this stuff, if you clutch out, it's going to be out of your hands because there's so much grip. So just low revs, keep it under control. Weight the back end. Big nasty little one for the footrest. It looks horrible, but it's a simple technique. That again, that just little compression, float in the front. That's the technique, just float the front. It's not fast, you don't have to gas it, you just have to have the front wheel in the air and slip in the clutch and just let it drive up. Make sure it's through again. I'm not trying to turn too early. If the front wheel's up, I can always maneuver it. If you drop in, you're pulling it out. So onto there, and then left foot down, nice and safe. Drop it back in, get your position. The back wheel's going to sort itself out there. I floated this one, stop there, get the front wheel and just floated onto that one. If I tried to turn tight, I was into there and the front wheel was dropping in. So just a little lift onto that. Again, line for the front, line for the back wheel. We've done that in a basic way. Rode this little bit, let the bike do the work, lots of grip. Bit of a hole here, so lean it in early. If you're into that side, get your foot down to the left, float the front again. It's all about floating the front wheel. Lean it in, get your foot down, make sure it's on the top. So this time you could line it up there, but it's a bit of energy and time if you wasn't confident to make sure you're straight. But you can roll into it. Take the front wheel wide so the back wheel just clears that hole. Front wheel floating, back wheel onto there. Get it safe, just watch out for that. Lean it into the left as you go. Again, pull on the front. Get front wheel in the air, just helping it through. It's going to catch on the footrest. Lots of grip. It's easy to get the front wheel up. Little pull, little bit of clutch and throttle. You can roll through this next bit. Slip in the clutch again. Pretty hot, like sweating just walking it. So if you start to feel too tired, you've got to gauge, you know, if it's hindering your strength to do it. Just have a rest and make sure of each bit, otherwise it's going to be a vicious circle. You'll get more and more tired. It's better to have a good hit at, just wait till you got your breath back, cool down a little bit. So this next bit, roll through again, line for the front, line for the rear wheel, coming in wide with the front, so you clear that, float the front wheel. You can get the foot down again, the back wheel takes an inside line, loads of grip. Again, the front wheel in the air, pressure on the back. Roll it through this. These little gaps can be awkward, so you've just got to roll the front through, and then if you think it's going to hit, sometimes you can compress at the rear. Just do a, you know, it's like a little stoppy, but just enough lift with the rear wheel to clear the pegs. So it's just compressing a little bit, help it through and then roll in and sort it out afterwards. Roll it in, roll it in. So I'm going to say it again, line for the front wheel, line for the rear, coming in, front wheel to the left, I want the back wheel on there, so I'm going to float round wide with the front, so the back wheel's just got enough to get onto there, drop in the front on this one, let it roll out, and then we're home and hopefully dry.